The Auditor General's new report has left observers in very deep reflection, as a huge chunk of the entire revenue collection may end up into debt servicing.
I've been mentioning 86%. I mean 86 trillion. But the figure has gone to the books and it's now 96 trillion as of June 2023. So if I'm going to count all the loans we have had from June 2023 up to now we are above 100 trillion. So I think he's very right, because when I reflect on the total sum of debt service for the next financial budget, I begin to feel the pinch. Because out of the 52 trillion, 23 trillion is for debt servicing. And so basically it is like our projection is 29 trillion to collect taxes. Our debt is 23 trillion. So when you subtract 23 from 29, you remain only 7 trillion. So as the government of Uganda, we should be having a budget of 7 trillion only. And that cannot be equivalent to any departmental budget.
There is debt that has been contracted because SMEs have provided goods and services to government. Now, there is debt that has also been contracted through quota awards and these kinds of things. So for me, I wouldn't prioritize that. I would instead prioritize this money that businesses have used to supply me goods and services. Why? Because these businesses are essentially lending to me at zero interest rate. Yet they are borrowing money from banks where they have to pay interest of above 20%.
Fiscal indiscipline, budget experts say, is the picture painted by the Auditor General's report released yesterday. According to the Civil Society Budget Advocacy Group, findings in the document risk undoing costly public finance management reforms recently undertaken by government.
But you have supplementary budgets that contain salaries of people. And you begin to ask yourself, what kind of an accounting officer budgets for other things but not salary for his employees? That's high level of indiscipline. But now the Auditor General is saying actually that last year we had a budget of approved budget of 48 trillion. But because of supplementary budget, we revised and made it 52 trillion. Now, sad to say that even the 58, we were only able to consume and use 43. So we never needed a supplementary budget in the first instance, because even the amount of money available, we could not finish it without a supplementary budget. So these are some of the things we say we need to have tighter fiscal rules to manage our budget.
This story of ghost workers has been here for a very long time. And you know, we've now created IT systems, we've verified civil servants, we've asked teachers to register. How is it that this problem persists? Is it that there's some kind of cartel that is benefiting from these kinds of situations? So maybe these are things that ought to be looked at in more detail. Maybe the IT systems we thought would help us to, and the head counts and so on, are not the correct solutions. Or maybe they are the correct solutions, but they are not enough. You know, so these are all things that need to be addressed. Then the other issue is around negligence, because now he mentions that about 5 million COVID-19 vaccines expired while in stock. How can this be? You know, we spent lots of money.
Another disturbing reality about project financing and execution. 22 projects sampled by the Auditor General found and disbursed loans of up to 118 billion shillings, with commitment and interest fees already being paid.
35% of the projects we have do not have concept notes. 32 have no profile.
For now, according to experts, the state of affairs is that Uganda's debt refinancing risk is getting out of hand. 5 years ago, it was 3 trillion shillings. The new estimate is 9 trillion shillings for the next financial year. The question is, with interest rates rising, will Uganda be able to pay back and later on extend services to her 46 million people? Malcolm Sime, NTV Tonight, Business.